Hello, good evening. Welcome. My name is Obindako. Welcome. Welcome. I want to share with you one of the most delicate subjects that if you cannot be trusted with money, what else can you be trusted with? If you cannot be trusted with money, what else cannot be trusted? Can we not be trusted with? Because of lack, because of poverty, because of weak value system, value structure, most of us have developed or grown up to have very little discipline with respect to money. And so for most people, even though it is the least element or is the least thing that should make us fail, yet is the commonest that most people fail with, and that is money. Most people have never overcome the trust with money. You leave the person in charge of your business. If you don't monitor it, they will take the money. You leave government something in charge of the money, they will waste the money. If somebody is somewhere and they want to build their house, then they give you the money. We will waste it. We will steal it. We will lie about it. If you owe somebody, we will act as if it never happened, because you cannot be trusted with money. And if you cannot be trusted with money, there's not much in this life that you can be trusted with. If you cannot be straightforward, honest, if you cannot develop yourself every day, one day at a time with money, it means that your maturity is that low. It may seem harsh, it may seem it's not comfortable, it's not convenient, but it is the harsh truth. If nobody can trust you with money, you have not developed, you have not grown, you have not matured, because it's the basic, it's the least of the trust that all of us must overcome. It's the least of the trust that all of us must overcome. So if you cannot be trusted with money, there's not much that anybody else can trust you with. There's not much anybody can trust me with. And yet is that which most people will never qualify. And if you cannot be trusted with money, you have not identified yourself. You have not identified your vision. You have not identified your calling. You have not identified life. You don't even understand the meaning of life. If you don't qualify to be trusted with money. Money is so emotional. Money is so sensitive to many people. Those who have it and those who don't have it. It is a delicate subject. If you talk about it, it gets people's attention. Majority of the world's people will get up, and all that we think about is money. All that we talk about is money, whether we say it directly or not. Those who have it and those who don't have it. They say that if, at a certain point, if you don't have a lot of money, all that you think about is money. If you need money to pay the rent, to pay the school fees, to pay the food, to do the basic things of life, and it's not enough, or when you get up, that's all you think about. That's all you think about. And they say that those who have a lot of it too becomes difficult for them to also control. Yet it's the it's the basic thing that we have to overcome and be trusted with. So if you cannot be trusted, if you cannot be trusted, if you cannot be trusted with money, there's not much that anybody else can trust us with. There's not much anybody else can trust us with. So build your life, at least gradually, one step at a time, that you can be trusted with money. You can be trusted with money. Whether it's your own money or somebody else's money, you can be trusted with it. You can be faithful with it. Because if you cannot be faithful with money, there's not much in this life that you can be faithful with. That's why most people can never be faithful with any other thing. Because the basic one is the money. And it is that which almost all of us cannot also be trusted with. So it's a difficult situation. It's dicey, but if you don't qualify the trust with money, there's not much you're going to qualify in this life with. No much, no much. So if somebody's money is with you and they cannot go to sleep, that this boy, if I give him 1,000, I come back the next 3 years, he will still give me that money back, and he will not lie, he will not deny it. You are not there yet. You are not even begun life. If you are in charge of something, like nations suffer, families suffer, companies suffer because we cannot be trusted with money. We cannot. We see the money and we start to misuse it. We start to abuse it. We start to just make a lot of choices with this, because we've not trained with it. And that's why not. If you meet anybody who is wasteful with money, almost every other aspect of their life, they are wasteful. If you meet any company that is wasteful with money, almost every other thing, they are wasteful. If you meet a country where they just make any decision with money, they just throw the money away, they waste it. They don't have it all. The waste of money has nothing to do with whether you're rich or you're poor, because everybody gets some bit of it anyway. So if it comes and the country is wasting it, I can guarantee you there are so many other things that the country does not have the maturity, the scale to handle. Sometimes when people are building the trust with money, where somebody can trust you with money, it may seem like you are slow, you are delaying. For instance, let's say you are building a business, and you are saying that maybe I can get 100,000 Ghana cedis in 2 months if I lie on the invoice. If I trick the customer, I can get a profit of 100,000. If I lie, I will get the money. But the challenge is that I have become mistrustful with money. So there's not much that they are going to trust me with. Nature will not trust me with that. Now, the another person may say that if I don't lie, maybe I will just get 10,000 out of that project. But it will take me maybe 4 years for me to get 100,000. That person, if he stays with his trust with money, not only being truthful to the client or being truthful to the person whose money is with you, but it's your own principle that I want to build this trust with money. I want people to trust me. I want money to see that I don't misuse it. I don't lie to get it. I don't cheat to get it. It's difficult though. But if I'm going to make the 10,000 and it is going to take me another 2 years to get 100,000, and another person has the opportunity to just lie and get 100,000, 2 months. The thing is that the other guy who lies to get it, the thing about money is that if he cannot trust you, it will break you. So you will see that person flashing, flamboyant, car here, business is doing well, houses are here, nice clothes, party everywhere. They call him rich. But the problem is that he cannot be trusted with money. So because of the mistrust, it means that he's not developed the strength. The other guy with the 10,000 who is building, money will start to trust him. He may not get it quickly. He may take him another 24 months to get the 100,000. But money will trust him. Society will trust him. Nature will compensate him. God will be with him. By the time that he gets his 100,000, he will be so much equipped and mature and skilled to grow that money. But the other one, who could not be trusted with the money, his 100,000, which he had in 2 months, will eventually destroy him. Will complicate his life. That's why you see very huge, successful businesses. We are doing all kind of things to get the money. We are not conscious that we have to build the trust, because you cannot build anything, whether it's life, whether it's family, whether it's a country, if we cannot be trusted with money. If you just dissipate the money, destroy it, cheat it, take people's money, lie. Let's say you're building a business with your partner. You know, you're straight when there was no money. Then when the money showed up, you want to cheat the partner. So instead of you giving him 2% or 3% or 100% that you said that you split equally, now that the money has come, you have become wise. So you want to tell him that no, you you go behind. What will happen is that you have built mistrust with money, and it will come to a point that it will destroy. You're a young guy, you are doing projects for people. Maybe you are a fabricator, you are a carpenter, you are a painter. You do something. Then somebody saying that, oh, the invoice, let's add something to it. They will tell you, I can give you this project, but my boss is not good. So what I want us to do is that I will add money to it and you give it to me, I'll give you some. But because you want the project, you're ready to compromise and take the money, So you see that maybe if you do the genuine project, you get profit of 10,000. But if you agree with the supervisor, you probably will end up with 50,000. If you don't understand this principle, you do it. You say that, but it is easier to get the 50,000, and then you do it. What the problem then is that you become mistrustful with money. And so that 50,000, you have it, but you have broken. You have set a record. You have set a path for yourself to destroy you because you're not trustworthy with money. The other guy who will stay with the rules to say that, let's say, I don't do that. If I get maybe 2,000 profit, I will thank you with it. But I cannot do this because the man must know the figures. This is what I can charge. The guy may not be happy with you, but the man will identify you. He will begin to trust you. Anytime that anybody is calling anywhere, anytime that there is a project anywhere, anytime that there's a work anywhere, because you can be trusted with money, which most people cannot be, every time they'll be looking for you. You'll say that, where are you? I want you to come and see this for me. Where are you? I want you to come and see this for me. Where are you? I want the same 50,000. You will get that 50,000 this time with more peace, with more confidence, because you didn't cheat to get it. You didn't lie to get it. You were trusted with it. Somebody could trust you to say that, yes, I can take your word. I can send you with this, and you come back with a change. You will not compromise your values. If you cannot be trusted with money, there's not any other thing that you can be trusted with. And if I cannot be trusted with money, there's not much I can be trusted with. Not much. It's a principle of life. So nobody is really cheated in this life, whether you were born in a good family or bad family, rich family or poor family. No. If you develop this principle, this idea, this thinking, that I am going to be trusted with money. It will take me time. I may delay. People will laugh at me. People will ridicule me. It doesn't matter. I will not take that which is not for me. I will not take that which is not mine. I will stay with a little. I'll build this trust. Every company, everybody that I work with, the one that we have agreed, that one I will take. The one that we have not agreed, I will not touch it. You build credibility. You start to get wisdom to use the little that you have. People start to trust you. You start to get credibility. You get things that somebody else will use all his energy all to work for, because people start to trust you with money. With money. Now, if you have that philosophy, sometimes your parents, your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, they will tell you that this one is God who has given you this opportunity. Be fast. When they tell you be fast, don't be fast, because it will destroy you. The same thing that you are stealing that money to get in 2 months, in 1 month, in 1 year, the same thing you can get. It may take a little longer. You will get, and you will get it with credibility. You get it with peace. You will get it, and it will stay, because you can be trusted with money. Most people cannot be trusted with money. When money shows up, all their weakness will show up because they never built this trust with money. And it doesn't matter how far you go, the trust with money is also some form of foundation of your life. When they are building maybe 2-story, 10-story building, it doesn't matter how nicely they have designed that building. If the foundation is weak, it will come down, it will break, it will crack. You spend more to maintain it. That is it, the trust with money. If we cannot be trusted with money and we rush and we build a beautiful life, but then the trust with money was weak, it will start to crack. That's why you will see somebody who was doing so well, then you look back and everything is falling apart because he could not be trusted with money. He could not be trusted with money. See that he was cheating, he was lying, he was taking people's money, he was not faithful with that which people had entrusted to him. You don't need that if you really want to build something, at least with peace. So if you cannot be trusted with money, what else can you be trusted with? Nothing. Not much. Not much you can be trusted with. There will be so many opportunities for you not to be trusted with money. Because sometimes you see what that money can do. That money can buy you a house. That money can take you to school. That money can buy you nice shirt. That money can help you to do that wedding that you want to do and compete with people. It can help you to buy a very nice car. You can buy very nice jewelry. But the problem is that if you break that trust with money, everything else you do with that money, it's just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time. So build trust with money. Build it. Not only the ones that we steal, even the one that we can make intelligent decisions with. Because sometimes you may not have stolen it, but you're just wasteful with it. It's the same mistrust with money. Money will look at you and think that you cannot be trusted. Because once you get it, you just waste it. It's the same problem. So when you see companies suffering, it's because there was mistrust with money. When you see families who have perpetual poverty and pain with money. When you see economies of countries breaking apart, it's because there was mistrust with money. There was waste. There were a lot of things that were compromised. So be a person that can build that trust with money. That trust with money. If people's money are with you, don't lie, don't cheat, don't run away. Build that trust. If you have to pay people, build that trust. If you have to lose everything to start again, do it. Because the thing about the trust that you're building with money is that when it's good, when that trust is formed well, it will take you sometimes get to a stage, then it starts to explode. Because then people start to connect to say that this guy is different. If you give him this project, he will be honest with you. If you give him this position, he will not waste the money. Your name starts to go out. Then the other ones who you thought were running will start to slow down because then everybody starts to move away from them and they start to come to you because you took your time to build that trust with money. Nobody ever loses when they start to build trust with money. So build it as a philosophy. If you cannot be trusted with it, there's not much that we can be trusted with. And yet is about the easiest thing that people can also do. Is the commonest thing that a lot of people can also not be trusted with. The same money. A lot of us cannot be trusted with it. If they give you a check to go and clear and come and account for it, or they put you in charge of that business and they are pushing a lot of money to you, they tell you to come and account, there'll be trouble because you may be taking some of the money. A lot of companies have this kind of challenges all over our country because very few people have built this trust with money. Very few people that they can commit money to, and they'll be that honest and clean and trustworthy. Majority of the people, they will start to give you stories. They will start to tell you all kind of things. They will start to, con you. because they have not built this trust with money. This trust with money. And it has nothing to do with profession. It has everything to do with your personal development and philosophy with respect to money. So it's you have to make a decision to say that I'm going to learn this, and I'm going to pick it one at a time. I'm going to learn how to be trustworthy with money. It may be tempted. Somebody will come and just give you a nice package and say that if you sign this thing and you do this for me, I'm going to give you these millions. And if you look at the way you have suffered, the family you are coming from, the struggles, the people that have laughed at you because they thought you were poor, you will look at that thing and say that what I will sign. And that at that moment is a test with trust of money. And if you cannot be trusted with money, there's not much that you can be trusted with. If you cannot be trusted with money, there's not much that life will entrust to us. There's not much even God will entrust to us. So a lot of us have problem there. A lot of us have problem there. You see that we are taking somebody's, we are cheating somebody's, we are running away with somebody's, or even if it's ours, we are making wrong decisions and wrong choices with it. That is a problem. And those who will not help you to succeed. Maybe you've been able to save money somewhere, and then you just go and squander it on things that are not important. If you don't qualify with the trust of money, everything that you're building with that money that you could not be trusted with is not going to succeed. That's a fact of life. You can get 1,001 examples around you. You can look around anywhere, you will get 1,001 examples with it. The company will collapse because we're not trustworthy. We're cutting corners, we're cheating, we're lying. And even if you were not lying, we're not making right decisions with the money. The family will come back to struggle because we're lying, we're cheating. They put you in charge of something. Build that. If you cannot be trusted with money, nothing is on this earth you can be trusted with. I'm not sure. You will kill for money. You will lie for money. You will sell people for money. You will do anything just to gain money, because you have no idea the fire you're playing with is destroying your life. If I do that, I am destroying my life. So when you do something with somebody, don't change. Let your yes be yes, let your no be no. If they have to take everything from you, let them take it. But it's a build-up. It comes to a time that which will keep you going, that which will make you strong, is because you built that trust. You built it. When everybody else was compromising it, you built it. When everybody else thought that they were faster, you built it. When everybody else was looking and jumping and running to take that which was not theirs, you stayed with the trust, with money. To say that if it's not mine, I don't need it. If it's yours, take it. If you put me in charge of this, I'll be accountable. I'll give the right. They sold this is it. I sold this is mine. The one that we agreed, we will work with it. If you don't build that trust, there's not much that life can be trusted, can be given to you. No matter what you can become the president of the country. If you cannot be trusted with the money, you will destroy the country. If you cannot be trusted with money and they push you in any big organization, you will destroy everything. It's not a position, it's a principle. It's you. It's your philosophy. It's a way of life. It's not. You can be very low in any society. When you start to get that trust with money, start to build up. People start to recommend you. People start to give you more. Because what everybody is looking for, even those who have not built this trust with money, is they're looking for that guy who they can trust. They're looking for that lady that they can trust. And the more people can trust you with money, the more a lot can be given to you. So it doesn't matter how you began. What is important is if you cannot be trusted with money, not much anybody is going to trust you with. It doesn't matter your level of education. You can be the best educated. They put you in charge of that company. If you destroy the money, they'll rather get somebody with less education who they can trust with. Because after all, what's the point of building if you're going to destroy it? And this one, you don't need certificate and exam. You just need philosophy. You just need your own system of belief that I am going to be trustworthy so long as the money is concerned. And I'm not going to be lying and cheating and taking advantage of people. I'm not going to be, doing all the kind of things that everybody else is doing just to get ahead, just to get advantage over one another. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my time to build this trust with money, because without it, nothing else they can trust me with. Nothing. Not the most important things of life. If you cannot be trusted with the money, not much will come to you. Not much will come to you. So until you qualify that, you're not going to qualify with a lot of things. So if you cannot be trusted with money, what else can you be trusted with? Not much. Not much. Not much. Because then you are driven by greed. You're driven by yourself. You're driven by your own agenda. You choose the money above every other thing. Yes, you cannot be trusted with it. But you take time and let everybody who deal with you know that at least you are trying to be trustworthy with money. Let the people you deal with, your partners or workers, those that you have ever done anything with, those you owe, let them know that you're not there to take advantage of any. And you are building this trust with money, because it's the basic primary test for mankind. And if you don't qualify that, you're not going to qualify any other test. The money test, most people will not qualify. That's why most people don't have their lives together. Because once they see the money and they open it to them, they start to yelp and talk. So build your own life to be honest with it. The money. In your personal life, in your company. When everybody else is doing whatever they want, build it as a philosophy. To say that I want to pass the money test. I want to pass the money test. That's how you start to become genuinely big. You start to grow genuinely. You start to develop. You start to become big. You start to get the right skill, the right expertise, the right connection. Because the right people who build anything, they always look for people who have that. Not the fake ones, the right people who build anything, who become wealthy through the right path. They are looking for people who have overcome or who have passed the trust with money. The other ones who are rushing to get the money, don't worry. Don't worry. By the time you get there, they will be stopped and you will pass, because they could not be trusted with money. And anybody who cannot be trusted with money, there's not other things, not much, not the precious things of life that they can be trusted with. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't cheat people who you work with. Don't cheat the client. Don't lie to them. Don't change the invoice. If you're a mechanic, you're a fitter, you're whatever, seamstress, you're a carpenter, don't go and give invoice and be changing. If you say that the materials are this, the materials are this. If the labor is this, don't change it. There's more you can get when people start to trust you than you try to lie to get everything. If you don't get the pass with the test of money, not much you're going to get. And that's why nations that are trying to get this correct, they develop. And the ones who are just try to take advantage, lie about it, struggle. And they struggle a lot. There's no point trying to build anything if you're not looking at this one. So if you cannot be trusted with it, and which most people cannot be trusted with, then what else can we be trusted with? If you can be trusted with money, there's not much we can be trusted with. It sounds philosophical, it sounds basic, and it sounds complex. But until you start to develop that, you will not understand life that much. No matter which opportunity they give you, you will destroy it. Because you would not have worked this thing out. So be trusted with the money. If anybody gives you money to keep, when they come back, let them have it back. They ask you to go and get invoice, don't go and pad it. They put you in charge of a business, of a shop, of a company. Take that which is yours. That which is not yours, don't take it, because it's a trust with money. It's a test for you. Don't look at how hungry you are. Don't look at all the needs that you have. Pass that test. Because with time, all the things that you are trying to steal will come if you pass this test. You can be trusted with it, everything, and you're diligent and you start to grow. You become, start to grow. You become committed to that which you're doing. And you're honest. You will reach there, you get more than those who stole. And with more peace, with more health, with better health, with better state of mind. And if you're religious, you count yourself at least happy with God, because you're not doing everything just to get the money. So can you be trusted with it? A lot of people cannot be trusted with it. That's why a lot of people's life are complicated. They will do anything for it. If you cannot be trusted with it, it is becoming your God. If you have to do everything to get the money, you cannot be trusted with it. You break every rule, every value system, every trust, every relationship just to get the money. You cannot be trusted with it. And if you cannot be trusted with it, it will destroy. It will destroy. It will destroy the very life that you're building. And so thank you for watching. Hopefully you start to set your own agenda. And you start to correct your own philosophy. And get to a stage where you can be trusted with money. You can be trusted with money. So thank you for watching.